Innovation, passion, motivation, and execution. That's what defines a real unicorn. Entrepreneurs are the driving force of every nation's economy. Some entrepreneurs solve a problem, and some entrepreneurs are passionate about creating livelihood for many. While each entrepreneur has a different idea, how simplified or how complicated it may be, but the climb to success always comes with some hurdles. We all know building a business is not a sprint but a marathon. As Mark Twain rightly said, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. A good takeoff keeps you ahead of everyone. And to begin our story, let's have a cup of tea first at this amazing place called Chainagari and meet Divam Wadhwa. Just under 2 years old, Chainagari is a startup with a franchisee model for building tea cafes around the country. So let's go to Divam Wadhwa and talk to him on how did he got this idea.
It's actually a very small incident. I once went to a dhaba and we ordered a parantha and chai. And that dhabe wala ordered someone else a chai. I went to that ready to see the conditions, and the water, the milk, the tea leaves are so pathetic. And then I got an idea ki why can't we develop that readies in a good condition.
India has a very huge amount of chai consumption. Each day, over 150,000 cups of tea leaves are used. If we pile each cup on one another, it will make a huge tower of 19.2 kilometers.
एक पायलट प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट किया पंचकूला में. वहाँ पे हमारी वीकली सेल अराउंड 200 थी. हमने पायलट प्रोजेक्ट से काफ़ी चीज़ें सीखी. काफ़ी स्ट्रगल के बाद एक फ्रेंचाइज डील क्रैक हुई. वी वर वेरी हैप्पी कि अब हम एक स्टेज तक आ गए हैं कि हम किसी को अपनी फ्रेंचाइज दे सकते हैं. हमने ब्रांड बिल्ड कर लिया है. बट एंड मोमेंट पे जस्ट हमारा फ्रेंचाइज पार्टनर बैकआउट कर गया ड्यू टू सम पर्सनल रीज़न और फाइनेंशियल रीज़न. उसके बाद हमने अपना कंपनी ओन स्टोर स्टार्ट किया राजपुरा में. वहाँ से हमें काफ़ी अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स मिला एंड नाउ वी आर हैविंग 11 स्टोर्स इन डिफरेंट सिटीज़. और इसी का रिजल्ट है कि चाय नगरी में एवरी मंथ 20,000 से ज़्यादा कप्स बनते हैं और अभी तक हम 4 लाख से ज़्यादा कप्स सोल्ड कर चुके हैं.
What I believe is you find a good team and divide the work, because these days time is very precious. If you do all the work on your own, I think it will take a lot of time. Chainagari is not a business or startup for me. It's a very beautiful journey which taught me new things every day.
Let's look back 40 years from now when Motorola launched its first wireless phone. And today, look how smartphones have evolved and impacted our life. Just like any other invention, robotics is in its initial stage of creating an impact. To contribute to India's mission on robotic engineering, Akshay founded his dream company, Robo Champs, in the year 2015. Robo Champs is a learning platform where children of 6 years and above can learn coding and robotics.
जब फर्स्ट ईयर में वेकेशंस आती हैं, आई वेंट टू दिल्ली. आई डिड रोबोटिक्स एंड कोडिंग कोर्स ओवर देयर. व्हेन आई केम बैक, आई फिगर्ड आउट कि मेरी यूनिवर्सिटी में अभी तक रोबोटिक्स और कोडिंग को लेके इतना बूम नहीं है कुछ भी. सो आई स्टार्टेड माई ऑन क्लब विद द नेम ऑफ रोबो क्वाड रोबोटिक्स क्लब. इस दौरान आई गॉट अ पेरेंट जो हमारे ऑफकोर्स नोन थे. सो दे अप्रोच्ड अस कि हमारा 8 साल का बच्चा है, उसको भी आप इस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में ज्वाइन करवा लो. एंड ऑफ 6 वीक द रिजल्ट केम. ही वॉज able to grasp and he was able to learn robotics and coding. That time I realized, rather than working with college students, if you really want to revolutionize education system, you have to go to roots, and roots are of course school students. This is how Robo Champs came into the picture. We started working with school students and we started working with schools. Thought of an idea कि rather than going to schools, let's create something जहाँ पे principals हमारे पास आएं. So we created Indian School Awards.
On a mission to make children robotics savvy, Akshay brought in Indian School Awards. In just over a year's time, they became International School Awards with over 360 schools signed up with Robo Champs on a subscription-based business model. Robo Champs has trained over 100,000 students on robotics.
एक situation ऐसी थी in my journey when I was not having a money to pay rents. मेरे घर पे मेरा लैंडलॉर्ड आके बैठ जाते थे और मैं रेंट नहीं था मुझे देने के लिए और मैं घर नहीं जाता था 3-3 दिन. So that conviction was there कि यार करना है तो करना है. I have learned 3 C's in my life. One is courage. Second is conviction. अपने आप को इतना कन्विंस करना पड़ेगा कि यार you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to be focused. Third is consistency, which plays a very, very important role. So vision of Robo Champs is an ultimate goal, that is revolutionizing education system from theoretical to hands-on practice. अगर आप इस विजन को अंडरस्टैंड करोगे ना इतना डेप्थ में, ये बहुत बड़ा विजन है. मतलब इंडिया का एजुकेशन सिस्टम ही बदलना है यार.
Entrepreneurs are born leaders and they very well know how to take the hardships head on. Let us meet a young entrepreneur from Chitkara University, Abhiraj Malhotra. SchoolPad helps boost teacher productivity and drive exceptional parental engagement.
Just before starting SchoolPad, I was having a discussion with the principal and the teachers in this school. And they told me the importance of parental involvement. While I was discussing all of this, I thought that I could be the one who could build a solution around this and help schools improve parental involvement through better communication and more frequent communication. And that was how SchoolPad was born. We got our first pilot school, which was Chitkara International School. And just as we got Chitkara International School, we got another school which came on board. Beyond that point, the product really helped us because we built something which was useful, and as these schools used, with the help of word of mouth, we were able to get more customers.
With a compelling business model and in a very short course of time, SchoolPad and its team has signed up over 200 schools across 17 states in India.
Initially, when I worked with a few customers, I personally worked with them very closely. The incident I remember is something which is related to this only, wherein my wife was pregnant and she was on the ultrasound bed, and the doctor was continuously pulling me. Both of them were like shouting at me, but I was more focused, or rather I chose to help a customer. I was chatting on my phone and helping a customer because he was badly stuck. So I think that was an incident, though an important moment of my life, but then I chose to give it to SchoolPad and one of my customers. I think entrepreneurship or doing a business is not that easy. I think it is a tough journey, which means that it is something you have to do by choice with a lot of dedication, passion. You cannot just do a startup or a business because you want to do it.
Some entrepreneurs solve a problem, and some entrepreneurs are passionate about creating livelihood for many. RightsNow is an app-based, easy-to-book bike rental solution. Through a mobile app, you can easily book a ride nearest to your location.
जब मैं कॉलेज में पहली बार आया, जो सिटी से थोड़ा दूर था, तो मुझे एक चीज़ फील हुई कि यार मैं ऑटोज़ और बसेस पे बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंट हूँ. तो मुझे इस चीज़ में लगा कि क्यों ना मैं अपनी खुद की बाइक लाऊं और मैं भी यूज़ कर सकता हूँ और अपने दोस्तों को भी यूज़ करा सकता हूँ. दिस वे मैं अपना पैशन भी फॉलो कर पाऊँगा और थोड़ी एक्स्ट्रा पॉकेट मनी भी अर्न कर पाऊँगा. जब मैंने ये आइडिया चितकारा के साथ डिस्कस करा तो मुझे इस चीज़ में उन्होंने बहुत हेल्प करी. बिजनेस प्लान बनाना सिखाया. उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि इसको कैसे हम ग्राउंड रियलिटी में लेके आ सकते हैं.
लाइफ इज़ फुल ऑफ अप्स एंड डाउन्स एंड वी हैव आवर highs and lows. But let's be strong enough to stoically hit the lows and move on.
After working for a few months on this, there comes a day, a really good day actually. It was our first funding round day. We eventually got emerged as the winner of India Fund Fest. The real happy days were about to come but then came a really sad day.
अभूतपूर्व ऐतिहासिक फैसला 21 दिन तक पूरा देश लॉकडाउन.
But that was also the time that gave me power. हमने collaborations पे और focus करने start करा, and now RightsNow is collaborated with more than 50 plus restaurants and over 200 plus clubs.
Once the great Steve Jobs said, "Be a yardstick of quality." Some people aren't used to an environment where excellence is expected. Indian entrepreneurship has always been inspired by the Western startup culture. But Sameer Sharma, a Chitkara University alumni, former founder of famous startup Entrepreneurial, started his new venture along with his wife Abhilasha.
So when I was in US, I was very astonished that the kind of startup culture which was over there even back in 2007-8, and I was like, if they can do it over there, why can't we do something back in India? Fortunately, I came in touch with Chitkara University once again, and we thought, why not to launch it together? And that's how TryDeal really happened. So when we sold TryDeal to Little App in 2015, so I think financially things started growing again on personal front, right? So I think I was getting kind of comfortable, and that really scares me as a person. So I was able to gauge a pain point of various restaurant owners that they have become hugely dependent on Zomato and Swiggy and other aggregators, but they were not really happy about it because the kind of commissions which are being charged. That's how You Engage really happened.
You Engage is a tech platform which connects the Indian restaurant owners with its customers. Its network has grown to more than 3,500 outlets in over 120 cities in India itself. Sameer, along with his co-founder and his wife Abhilasha, developed yet another company named Shoutlo.
I still remember Sameer and I was on a road trip and we were brainstorming that what name should we keep. Came up with the word Shoutlo and it clicked. So with Sameer coming on board, Shoutlo became the most loved online digital platform for Tri-City people. So anyone wants to go and look out for hangout places in Chandigarh, restaurants in Chandigarh. If they wanted deals of the best restaurants, they can find it on Shoutlo.
So my message to upcoming startups or budding entrepreneurs is, first of all, please just start up, get into it, right? And you will be facing a lot of challenges, but I can assure you that will be the most thrilling part of your whole life.
These diverse startup stories leave us spellbound and inspire us to build our own future. It is well said, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, you meet yourself when situations get you parted, just remember why you started.